And so both the record of nature and the words of the Bible are God's perfect revelation. Our interpretation may be problematic, but there's no mistake or problem in the records themselves. And the point that we see in the Bible that's relevant to this debate about what does the Bible say about the age of the universe is it proclaims repeatedly that the physics of the universe does not change from the time that God creates it. Now, young earth creationists believe they have a mandate for change physics because of the curse. But if you look carefully at the curse, it doesn't say that God cursed the ground. Rather, it says, cursed is the ground because of you. In other words, because of human sin, we spoil our environment and we ruin our environment. And so the God does not claim that he changed the physics of the universe. Rather, he is saying that humanity changed as a result of their rebellion. Now, in Jeremiah 33:25, it tells us explicitly that the laws that govern the heavens of the earth are fixed. God is not changing them. He has established these laws for his purposes, and as long as the universe exists, these laws of physics will exist in the same form in which he had created them. In Romans 8, verses 20 to 22, it states that the creation was subjected to frustration, and the creation itself will be liberated from its bondage to decay. In other words, it's telling us God put the entire universe in bondage to this decay, this law of decay that scientists would recognize as the second law of thermodynamics. And in telling us that it really does apply to all of creation, the whole creation has been groaning right up to the present time. And we know in astronomy is you can't really separate the space dimensions from the time dimension of the universe. This implies that the entire creation from the creation event forward is subject to this law of decay. Now, we really know that all of creation is subject, and we see in Genesis is it states that stars were shining and humans and animals were eating before and after Adam's fall. And this would tell us that the laws of physics before the fall of Adam are no different than the laws of physics after the fall of Adam. Why? Because shining stars, burning stars, and the metabolism of food to process energy to do work, those are two processes in nature that are extremely sensitive to even the tiniest changes in laws of physics. So one reason why we know the laws of physics didn't change at the time of the fall or at the time of the flood is that we got people and animals eating both before and after, and we got stars shining continuously throughout that very period of time. And so the Bible really does rule out any possibility for the young earth doctrine that the laws and constants of physics were different in the past. And I say this because you see this in every young earth paradigm to support the idea that the universe is thousands of years old into billions. At some point, they must appeal to radically altered or changed laws of physics, typically at the fall or at the flood or both. But the Bible categorically rules that possibility out. So in that context, we really must interpret the record of nature, recognizing no change in these laws of physics.